Hey, it's Patrick Grosser with Fathom Realty, and this is your Cincinnati real estate market news for week 46 of 2021. We're going to take a look at the numbers for this past week and compare them to the same week last year in 2020, see how we measure up, and we're also going to look at three strategies you can utilize during the off season, the fall and winter here in Cincinnati, to achieve your real estate goals. So let's jump right into the numbers. First off, we have new listings are down 10% compared to last year. Certainly we're in a low inventory market already. We don't want to see a drop in new listings. Closings are down 15% compared to last year, which reflects overall less activity in the market. Another point of bad news in general for the market. The explanation for this, as we've talked about in the past several weeks, is the market in the fall and winter of last year, the off season in 2020, was actually a really hot market because the market was so slow in the spring and the summer of 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Most people were on the sidelines during the spring and the summer. They didn't make a move. They didn't buy or sell until they realized this pandemic is going to keep on going for a while. We need to make a move. Let's go ahead and do that. And so that's why we saw a hot market, more activity, more listings coming to market in the fall and the winter of 2020. Whereas in the so far in the fall here in 2021, we're seeing a normal fall trend where compared to the spring and the summer of 2021, we're seeing less activity, fewer listings, fewer closings, which is normal as school gets back into session. Most families don't want to move during the school year. And also as the weather gets colder, most people don't want to move in the cold months as well. So that's a normal trend. We're seeing a normal fall here in 2021, whereas we had a very abnormally hot market in the fall and the winter of 2020. Average sale price is up 14%, so that's right on pace with what we've been seeing all year. The average that we've seen in terms of price growth week to week throughout the year here in 2021 compared to 2020 has been around 17%. Average days on market is actually up for the first time we've ever seen this year, up 7%. It's actually taking 15 days right now to get a home from active to pending status, whereas last year was taking 14 days. So essentially the same amount of time. Again, a normal fall market this year compared to a hot market last year explains that. Total inventory is at 2.12 months, which is about 64 days. 38% of that is active or coming soon, which are the listings that buyers have to choose from right now, which equates to about 24 days of active inventory. So we've got about 40 days that are pending, which means that those listings have already accepted an offer. They just haven't closed yet, so they are counted towards total inventory. So as we summarize all the data here, we're still very much in a seller's market, historically speaking, in Cincinnati and throughout the entire country. But we are seeing a normal fall market trend where there's fewer listings coming to market, there's fewer closings happening, there's fewer buyers that are looking to buy a home right now. So it has cooled off compared to the summer here in the beginning of the fall of 2021. So now that you understand the numbers, where we're at here compared to last year, let's take a look at three strategies you can utilize in the off season, the fall and winter in Cincinnati, to achieve your real estate goals. So first of all, if you're thinking about selling, maybe you've been on the sidelines waiting for kind of a sign that it's the right time to sell, or maybe it's just the right time for you to make a move and you have to sell in order to do that. Regardless of your situation, I wouldn't recommend waiting until next year, the spring and the summer, when there's more buyers, because we don't know what's going to happen if mortgage interest rates increase. Is that going to, in the short term, put downward pressure on buyer demand? Is that going to happen in the long term? Are we going to see a totally different market next year, or is it going to be kind of the same? No one really knows the answer to that, but we do have enough evidence to suggest that mortgage interest rates are going to increase, which is going to make homes more unaffordable, at least temporarily, for buyers, which means less buyer demand, which means fewer buyers looking at your house if you're doing showings and fewer offers coming in. So if it's the right time for you to make a move, I don't recommend waiting. But if you are listing your home for sale in the fall and the winter, you have to understand there is less buyer activity than there was in the spring and the summer. So that trend is normal here in this year. Again, less activity in the market. So you really have to work harder to sell your home than you did in the spring and the summer. You have to do better marketing, more sophisticated marketing, making sure you're reaching those potential buyers that might not even be actively searching, but might actually really enjoy moving into your home because the features of your home match their needs perfectly. We have plenty of frustrated buyers that have moved to the sidelines as they haven't been able to find what they're looking for this year, but they're still kind of keeping an eye on the market. They're still on social media. Of course, they still read their mail every day. So what we do through our process we call target marketing is we actually match the features of your home with the types of people through demographic research that would be most interested in the features of your home. We not only market them on the MLS, Zillow, and other sites, but we actually proactively market to these people by running social media paid advertising, so it's in their newsfeed when they're browsing. And also we reach their inboxes, in their mailboxes, literally doing direct mail where that's appropriate as well, to make sure that we're reaching the right people with the promotion of your home, but we're also reaching them where they are, even if they're not actively searching on home sites like Zillow and the MLS and others. That's a process we call target marketing. You can learn more about that, see if it's a good fit for you. Check out the educational video we put together so you can make an informed decision there at patrickgrosser.com/sell. Now, if you're thinking about buying a home, maybe you're not pre-approved yet or not ready to start showings, but you want to keep an eye on the market, the off season in Cincinnati is a great time to do that. There are listings that haven't sold in the summer that are still on the market that you can get a good deal on. And there's also sometimes sellers who are trying to get their home sold more urgently than they would if they were waiting till the spring or the summer. So there are some good deals to be had. But just like when you're buying furniture, electronics, a used car, the home search is the same. You want to do your research, you want to know what's out there, but you probably don't want to be bothered by a salesperson. So what we've done is offer our clients what we call the just looking approach. You can learn more about how we came up with that idea. There's actually a funny story you can probably relate to there. See how you can get signed up for that if it's a good fit for you. patrickgrosser.com/justlooking. But essentially what we do is set up a custom search for you so that you get notified via the MLS of any coming soon listings that you wouldn't find on Zillow and other sites as you're browsing. But you're getting email notifications every time a new listing hits the market that matches your criteria, so you don't miss any opportunities. And then also when we come across off-market opportunities, it may not be a surprise to you, we always market for new listings, so we get homeowners telling us all the time they're thinking about selling. Most of those people are going to be selling on the open market, but some of them don't want to deal with the hassle of preparing for showings and photography and going through the hassle of the open market, all the people coming through their house, dealing with all the offers. They'd rather just show it to a couple of people, a couple of potential buyers as it currently is without doing any preparation, see if those people will give them the price they want and the terms they want and the timing of the move that they need. Just sell it off market. So they prefer that. So when we do have those opportunities come up as well, we cross-reference those with the needs of our buyers that are in this just looking approach, and we give you first access, priority access to these pre-market, off-market opportunities. The best part about this is you can go through the same showing and offer process, but you're not competing with other buyers at all. You would literally, in this case, be the only person who knew that this home would be for sale. Check out the video, get signed up, patrickgrosser.com/justlooking. Now, if you're thinking about buying and selling at the same time, one of the most difficult things is to figure out the financing. How does it work? Do I have to buy first? Do I have to sell first? Can I do both at the same time, move all in one day? How does this work? So the financing options you have are going to dictate the logistics of your move for the most part. Most people want to move one time. They'd rather buy first and hold their current mortgage, stay living in their house, but they may not qualify to open that new mortgage while holding their current mortgage. So there's a lot of different options you can utilize, traditional options. Check out what your options are. Look at the pros and cons. We did an educational video on this because this is one of the most frequently asked questions from all of our clients when they're doing both, buying and selling. How does the financing work? How are the logistics going to work? What order do we need to do these things in? Check out the video, patrickgrosser.com/bridge. We go over all of your traditional options and the pros and cons, and we also compare that to a new solution we call the bridge solution, where you can actually sell your current home to an investor partner of ours. You can lease it back month to month, so you can stay living in your home, be comfortable while you're searching for your next home. You can take your time. You don't feel rushed through the process finding your next home. And in the process, you've also erased your mortgage debt. You've tapped into equity so you can put a bigger down payment on your next house. You can trade up to a more conventional loan. So not only are you in a better financial position, but your offer is more attractive to the sellers of your next home when you bid on that. So if you're in a multiple offer situation, as we've seen with a lot of our clients, when they utilize the bridge solution and they put themselves in a better financial position, their offer rises to the top. Even in a multiple offer situation, their offer typically gets accepted because of this. So if you have any questions about your options for financing, the logistics, how the move's gonna work if you're buying and selling at the same time, maybe you're curious about the bridge solution or you just wanna know all the traditional options, either way, check out the video there at patrickgrosser.com/bridge. I hope this information has been helpful to you. If you'd like to see more market news videos and buyer seller tips and strategy videos in the future, hit the like button. If you want to make sure you don't miss any videos in the future, follow our Facebook business page, turn on notifications, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Patrick Grosser-Cincinnati Realtor. And by the way, if you have any topic suggestions for us, any questions you'd like answered, please drop those in the comments for us. So we'd be happy to do that for you. I'm Patrick Grosser, and thanks for watching.